Hello, welcome to a quick tutorial for how I make my aesthetic looking videos. Let's just get started. So this is Shotcut. Originally I was using it just for throwing some clips that I had together, but now I do some pretty advanced stuff in it. It's not the greatest for what I use it for, but for my processes it works. So to get started, we're gonna drag in our clip. I already have one pre-prepared. Let me just pull that up. Alrighty, here's this file for us. And we're just going to click and drag that onto the timeline. Super easy. And this is the video I'm going to be making retro today. Hi, make me retro. Yep, just as simple as that. The first thing I like to do with these videos is kind of use like a title card. Now, I make these title cards kind of embarrassing with an online photo editing tool called Pixlr. I've been using this tool since like middle school. It's changed quite a lot since I started using it, but the process is fairly familiar. So this is just a title card for one of my last videos. So we could just edit it to say whatever, like, well, it doesn't matter. And then we're just gonna save it. One of the super duper lame things about this is you only get, 3 free savings per day. So that's a thing, you know. We're just gonna go back to our program now, though. So in Shotcut, and I'm sure there's a better way to do this, you can just kind of drag clips wherever on the timeline. And for this one, I'm going to make sure it's way over here. If you do have clips like overlapping in the timeline, they'll overwrite each other. So that's just something to be wary about. So we're going to drag in that image title card thing we created for this video. And what I like to do is give it a few seconds of black, and that just kind of emulates loading the cassette into the VCR. And then I like to come just like a few milliseconds after the start. We can zoom in a little more with this plus button. And then we add a cut here. And what I'm going to do with this first one is I'm going to add some filters. Filters automatically open on the left here. So you can just press add. And what I like to search for is old. And then you're going to press old film projector. And then with this, you can make the vertical amount 200 and the vertical frequency 100. You could also increase these a bit. I think it really helps the aesthetic. Let's just play it. And you can see that little like jump there at the very beginning. I like that. Like it's loading in the tape. And then that clip lasts for like for 3 seconds, which I like the length of. So we're just going to keep that space there and this here. Now you see there's a space in between our 2 clips here. So what we can do is left click, and then there's going to be a button called ripple delete. You could also select this area normally and press X, but I like to do it this way. Alrighty, now that space is gone. Now we have this, and it's going to transition into our clip. So it's kind of the same idea. We're just going to come a few milliseconds before the end of this clip, and we're going to cut it using this cut tool. We're going to select it, and then instead of recreating the filter settings we had before, we're going to come back to our original clip, and we're going to press this copy button. We're going to come over and select this clip that we just cut. We're going to paste it in, and just like that, we have the same exact filter. Maybe we shouldn't have done that ripple delete because I like this little black interlude. I think it's visually interesting, it adds some flavor. So we're gonna add just a little bit of space right there. Let's see how that feels. Alright, a little bit more. I call that good, just for this demo. Alright, same exact idea for this one. So we're gonna add a cut. We're gonna select the clip, and we're gonna paste what we already have. And then that's gonna be like our intro thing. Yep, say your stuff. Alright. In, and then a few seconds showing the title card, out, and then in again. It's a lot better than the pre-built-in transition effects that Shotcut has, and I just like being able to customize it a bit more. A couple other filters that I apply a lot, what we should have done is apply those before, but you know what, we ball. I like to add old again, is what you're going to type into the filter search, Technicolor, and then I just do that for all of these as well. We don't have to add it for the transitions necessarily, because the colors are getting a little bit mushy anyway at that point. So we're just going to add it here, click add, old, Technicolor, And for this clip specifically, it's fine for here because it's just like flat colors over there. For this clip specifically, we're gonna pull it quite a bit away from red. I guess just a little. There we go. And there's my dopey little face. Hi, make me retro. Can do. So now that you're done with this, you're just gonna be saving and exporting the clip. You can export it by pressing File, Export, and Video. And then it's going to ask you where to save it. So this is just my folder where I keep all my edited videos. So we're going to click Save. And then on the right here, it's going to start its process. Alrighty, now that we're here, we can move on to our next step, which is going to be VHSifying it with a program called NTSC-RS, which you will be able to find in the description below. Just drag that over. So extremely simple to use and a lot of fun to toy with. I encourage you guys to go ahead and mess with it once you get it installed. We're going to go ahead and grab our video. So we're going to press File, Open. And here's that folder from earlier. We're going to grab our file. I just called it Bumper from an earlier project. Ta-da! And already you can see some of the VHS effects being applied. So at the bottom here, you're going to have your head switching, which is just going to be that little diagonal slice right there, and then the discoloration on the bottom of the rest. And then there's, of course, all these noise settings. There's tracking noise, and then there's going to be composite noise up here. We can lower the tracking noise. It's just going to lower the ones on the bottom. I like them way high. And then the composite noise is just obviously going to be the rest of the noise in the image. Depending on the video you're trying to make, you kind of want to go for more of a destroyed vibe. So like on my first video when I was showcasing that video game, I used specifically the constant K low pass filter type, which you'll find at the very top here if you scroll up. And that's going to give us a bit of a more blurry vibe. Let's switch between just to show. That's the sharper version. It's called Butterworth, and then constant K is this blurry one. This one works really good if you're not trying to show any like smaller text. Which, in that video, you didn't need to see the smaller text. It was all about vibes. Alright, so now that we have that selected, let's actually bring it back over to Butterworth. You can see it's now very VHSified. Let's see how happy I am. Hi, make me retro. Yeah, very retro. So we're just going to go ahead and press this render button right up here. It's going to be under your top file bar. And you can choose your codec. I just stick to H.264. The quality, I tend to stick on the higher side just because already we're dealing with a fairly low export resolution from our original program. So, and then encoding speed, I just leave that at the default, which is 4. And then in the destination file, what it's automatically going to do is get your file name and then add NTSC, which is the name of the program, onto the end of it. We can just click Save, and then it's going to ask us to render. There we are. Now it's going to look exactly the same as the one in the preview. I will bring it up anyway, just for sanity's sake. Hi, make me retro. Very nice. All right. I hope that was helpful. I hope you're able to create your own aesthetics. Again, play with all of the settings you can, all of the sliders. This is a very simple, easy 5-minute process. After you've edited the video and stuff, you could just slap it into NTSC-RS, add your transitions. I like to add music a lot, like you hear in the backing of this video. But yeah, that's how you do it. Bye.